Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. I got wood on the bench today. I think this weekend I'm gonna start on and maybe complete, if I get enough motivation, the first project being built on this bench, and that is like a rolling desk for my couch setup. I've been working on my couch now for 3.5 years. Slightly less than 3.5 years, but since March of 2020, I've been on the couch, and it's not been great, but it's been okay. And since last year, so I've done all of that work on a set of TV trays. When I bought my previous set of couches, I noticed the person had like one of those wooden sets of TV trays, and I said, "Can I have those?" And she said, "Yeah." So I've been working on one of those for all that time. Well, last fall I started working on Component Studio, and I needed to and my own software. I needed to buy my own laptop. So I've had two laptops on two trays by my couch now forever, and it's a mess. There's cords everywhere. Like, it's just not great. It's not a great solution. And it would be much easier if I had something I could just roll out of the way when I'm not using it. And right now I'm just moving TV trays around. So I'm going to start on that. These are the leftover pieces of 2x material from the bench build, and I'm going to be building this out of 2x material. This isn't intended to be like a permanent thing. It'll be probably more permanent than I expected. But I think what I'm going to do is, well, one of the lessons I learned in building this bench was that I should have trued all of this material up before building with it. I should have shaved off these round edges. I should have jointed and planed the two opposing surfaces so they were parallel. I should have made everything flat and square before continuing, and I did not do that. So I'm going to do that this time. I'm going to try to keep as much on this as I can. If I could get this to like no less than 1.25 inches thick, that'd be great, because my plan is to build two frames, two square frames. Imagine this being one of my vertical legs. Sorry. This being one of my vertical legs, this being a stretcher that will go across the top like this. I'm going to make two frames like that, so there'll be another vertical leg here, and then the same thing at the bottom. So I'll be two frames built flat like this, and then two stretchers running across the back to connect it all, and then a top to hold all that together. So I got excited about the idea of, I wanted to do some sort of tenon again. I really enjoyed the tenoning process, but not in pine. In pine, it's not great. So I thought I will do dowel tenons, which I'm probably still going to do. But for some reason, I ordered 1-inch dowels. I thought, man, I'll make them beefy, but I think it's just too much. I think it's a really bad idea. I think I could probably get away with 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch dowels, and maybe do two in here and join these like Legos. I think that's probably going to be the correct solution. I don't know why I got excited about the idea of using 1-inch dowels to make stub tenons, but I think that's a terrible idea. So I could pocket hole, and it would probably be just fine. But I think my original plan was to build two pieces kind of flat, so a lower rail, and I'd make two C-shaped pieces, a top and bottom piece, and I was going to join these with a housing joint, or maybe even like a 1/4 inch finger joint to really make it strong. I think that's a little bit overkill, and I think that I can get by with just doing some stub tenons, make two square frames, and then connect those with a couple of stretchers. So that's the plan. If you have other thoughts on easy ways to join boards on edge like this, let me know. I could also do what I did on the other bench. On this bench, I now have like a 6 or 8 inch long, 3/8 inch drill bit. I could cut these and glue them together like that, like I was going to, and then come through and drill and dowel with some 6-inch dowels and I could do that. That's also an option, and maybe that's the way I'll do it. That might be. Now that I'm saying it out loud, that's probably the better way because I can guarantee alignment and I won't have any weird issues if I glue these and then dowel them as backup. Yeah, now that I'm saying it out loud, that's probably how I'll do it. So unless you have a better idea, let me know. I mean, I would absolutely love to have like what's that machine that people make, a panel router that could cut a couple of stub tenons here, or if I had a mortising jig, if I had a mortising machine where I could drill mortises, then I could cut tenons on my table saw. I would do that. I would love to do that, but not having any of those things, I think I can get by with a few 3/8 inch dowels, maybe even three 3/8 inch dowels. I have plenty. I bought long ones, so I could cut 6-inch dowels and put them in here and be done with it. That's probably what I'll do, unless you tell me some other brilliant solution. What do you got going on this weekend? I'm also hoping to get some games in. I haven't been home much this week, so Malia and I haven't got to play pickleball. We haven't got to play very many board games. I'd like to do some of that. And I'd like to get back to work on some of my designs so I can finish those projects up and try to find publishers. All the fun stuff. What do you got going on? That's about it right now for me. My youngest is going to band camp next week, so I won't have them here. Well, I will have my oldest. I think she's coming, so should be an interesting weekend. What do you got going on? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sounds smart is retinue. It is a noun meaning a group of people who follow an important person either because they desire to do so or because it's their job to do so. The Secret Service retinue follows the president wherever he goes 24 hours a day. Retinue. R-E-T-I-N-U-E. That is not how I've heard that word pronounced. I always thought it was... Well, I guess it is retinue. I don't know. For some reason, my gut reaction was like a retinue or something. I don't know how it popped into my head, and then I read the pronunciation like 3 times. Like it says R-E-T-N-O-O, retinue. I guess retinue is retinue. I guess maybe that is what I've heard. I don't know. I had something else in my brain there.